everyone, welcome back to my channel. Kathleen here, and in today's video I have another recreation for you, and this is none other than the iconic Jane Fonda. And you know, I was trying to come up with different people that we could recreate from like my age group, and she was one of the people that popped up, and I saw this holiday type look, I would say. I think it was for one of the Golden Globe things or whatever, but I thought this would be perfect to recreate for the holidays. So in this video, I'm gonna take you step by step on how I did this makeup look. So if that interests you, continue watching. Just to let you know, I did my eyebrows already, and I put a primer on my eyes. I used the MAC Painterly, and then for my brows, I did a couple of things because she likes to wear her brows sort of fluffy, not too penciled in looking. And she's a lot lighter than me, so I can't make my brows lighter. So I just went in and I went through the BrowZings Pro Palette, right? And then I took the powder that they have up here, and then I used this tool here and just kind of filled in my brows slightly. And then I went over it just to kind of make like hair-like strokes with my Benefit Brow, the Precisely My Brow Pencil and 3.5. And that just kind of made like hair-like strokes into it. So you do your brows the way you want to do them. I don't think you should change the way you do your brows unless it's just like an angle that's different. But as far as the coloring, don't try to do that because it'll look bizarre. Okay, so that's it really that I did before I got on the camera. I actually did all of my skincare too, and now I'm ready to move forward. And I'm going to start with the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to use the primer, the Flawless Filter Primer, and I'm just going to go in and kind of dab that all over because she does like a radiant look. And just for reference, she uses a lot of L'Oreal products because she is a spokesperson for L'Oreal. So she uses a lot of their skincare, she uses a lot of their makeup, she uses a lot of their hair care, and yeah, so she uses a lot of their product and makeup. So, and you can use this under your foundation or you can use it over the top. So I'm just gonna let that sit in there. And you can see already how that kind of just gives it a little bit more radiance. Now for her eyes, and for reference, I'm going to be doing this picture here. And I'll leave a picture of it up here, the one I'm going to be recreating. She has a lot of different looks. So the reason I picked this one is because it's a red lip and it's closer to the holidays, and I thought somebody might be able to use a red lip over the holidays. But I'm going to I might do another one based on her more natural type look. So if you're interested in that, just leave a comment below and I'll be happy to do that. Okay. So you can see that it's a very neutral eye that she wears. So I'm going to be going in, and any neutral palette that you have will do fine. I'm going to use, for today's video, I'm going to use this one by Patrick Ta. I'm going to go in there. Actually here, I'm going to take this one here and go in and just go in and fill it in my crease line. Now she has a very prominent orbital bone, right? Her eye goes back in. It's a very deep, not deep, I shouldn't say it's not small, but she has a very strong orbital bone. It's the best way I can explain her eyes to me. So I'm going to take the color trademark and I'm just going to go in and do sweeping motions back and forth just to make the orbital bone here or your crease pop out a little bit more. And for reference, I'm using a Rephr 01 brush. If you're in the market for new brushes, Rephr for the price, makes unbelievable brushes. So I'll leave a link to them below in case you need a brush. And just so you know that I do get paid off of these affiliate links and the stuff that I link below. These are not sponsored, any of these videos, but I do make a small percentage off the affiliates. And I'm going to be going over here to check to see how it looks. Okay, so that's what I would do first for the orbital bone and just kind of go back and forth. Her eye look, she's a very light blue eye, so for her to go super heavy on her eye would be detrimental. It would look too harsh on her. So I think that's probably why she uses like very neutral, like toned eyeshadows on her eye. The way that she does switch things up, I believe, is with her lip. And you'll see what a drastic change it makes in the way that she looks between her red lip, her neutral lip, and then she also has a look that she wears when she goes out protesting. Like, she looks so different in all of these pictures. So I'm going to take this Laura Mercier, and this is like a champagne color. And I'm gonna go across my entire lid with this color. I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna go back and forth in here, and I'm gonna bring it over here a little bit too, because she does kind of go over in here, and I think she likes the way that that highlights her eyes. And it's not doing too much now, but once I go in there with a pencil, it's gonna make it more pronounced. Then I'm going to take this Wayne Goss number 16 brush, and I'm just going to go and kind of marry those two colors together. I don't know if you've followed Jane Fonda over the years, but she has so many different looks. Wow. I remember in the 70s with her, she had that iconic shag look, right? And I always wanted that, but my hair is so curly, I would just look like a poodle when I would cut it. Like, and that was before we had like flat irons and whatnot to straighten out our hair. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, I'm going to take this color Hazelnut and Trish McAvoy, and it's a light brown color, okay, and then you can see it has a smudger on the other end. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to pick up this mirror here so I can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to go right across that lash line with this. And I'm just kind of dabbing it like this. Taking like little steps going all the way across just to kind of get it right on that lash line. I don't want to go too far above. And she does come in here all the way with it. Don't try to go on top when you're going all the way in there. Go from underneath and try to push up into that lid in here like this. Otherwise it'll get too heavy looking in there. Okay, then I'm going to take this smudger and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to kind of smudge that out, and the smudging will just soften it up. You'll see how it just kind of makes it look less harsh. Go ahead. And then she also does her lower lash line, and she goes all the way across with her lower lash line. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to go right on that lash line. And bring it all the way over, because she goes all the way over here with it. Okay, and now I'm going to take the other smudging end, because this really needs to be smudged out, otherwise it's going to look way too harsh. Okay, so you can already see how it's changed the look of this eye. And then we're going to go over and I'm going to do the other eye. I would say that's probably about all she does on her eyes, but she does like a lot of mascara, and she likes a very enhanced lash, so I'm going to be doing that at the very end, so I'll show you that. And I'm going to be using these, lashes from Ardell, the 421s, because she likes a very spiky type eyelash on her lashes, and she also does her lower lash line. And so, you know, you do what looks good on you. I don't ever do my lower lash line, but I'll do it for the sake of today's video. And I'm going to be using this Duo Lash Glue, okay, which is a bond and sealer. And what you can do is you can put your, if you have a hard time putting on lashes, this is probably the easiest way to put on lashes, is by getting the under lash glue. And what it is a bond that you put underneath, and then you put the lash on, and then you put a sealer over the top, and they will stay for you throughout the entire day. And it's just an easier way than trying to go over the top and putting those lashes on and then having the glue. Like, it's really difficult to keep your head looking down and putting a lash directly onto your lash line. Move on to the face, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Tarte BB cream, but I believe she uses L'Oreal Infallible, one of the L'Oreal lines of foundation. I wasn't able to find out which one she uses, and if I'm able to find any products that she does use, I will leave them in the description box below in case you're interested. But this is actually on sale. It's on sale at Ultra for $10 off, and it's also on sale at Kohl's for like half price. So if you like a tinted BB cream, you might want to try this. And this one has amazing coverage. Liberal amount on here. I'm going to take this Mario brush and I'm going to dip in there, and I'm going to go ahead and put that all over. Now you can see for a BB cream how what good coverage that has. Can you see? Okay. And I apologize if the lighting seems a little weird, but I'm looking down in a mirror here with a lighted mirror, because it's quite dark in New Jersey today. It's been raining for the last 2 days, which we desperately need the rain, but everything is very dark. And I don't know if you've been watching the news or not, but we have these drones that are flying over not far from where I live. I have not seen them myself, but my son has, and nobody knows where they came from. Nobody knows anything about these drones. They're just flying over. And President Trump has these Bedminster place, which is not far from where I live. And apparently they've been flying over that area. Now, I'm not into conspiracy theories, but if you can't tell us where these drones are coming from, I'm like, that's a little suspicious, isn't it? Okay, so that is the foundation that we have on. And that is in the color, what color is that? Fair Light. I think they only have like 10 shades of this, so this may look a little light, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to, and this is a lot of foundation, but I'm really covering her look. And she does, seems like she wears like a more heavier application. And this is, yeah, it's in Fair Light, but I think they only have like 10 shades. So you have to, it's very, it will adapt to your skin tone, and especially if you have oily skin, you might want to go lighter because it will get darker. It oxidizes as you wear it on oily skin. All right, let's go in next, and I'm going to take this Hourglass, and this is how I'm going to kind of deepen up my skin a little bit and add a little bit more depth to it so it doesn't look so pasty looking. And I'm going to take this brush here and I'm going to dab it into, and this is the Dim Light Radiant Light from Hourglass. And I'm going to take this color here. I'm going to swirl my brush around in it, tap off any excess, and I'm just going to go, because she doesn't really do a bronzy type look, but she goes around and she kind of just deepens up all around her hairline with like some type of powder. I'm not sure what she uses, but it's probably one of the L'Oreal powders. And I'm just going to kind of dab that into the skin, just so it makes your highlights of your forehead pop and your cheekbones. So you can see already how that kind of softened it up, so it doesn't look as stark white. And go over here. And I just like to go in and dab it lightly. She wears like so many different lip colors too, that you can see how they really do change the way. And from what I read, she likes to do her own lip. Her makeup artist does not do her lip. She does it herself because she knows how she likes to wear it, which is, believe it or not, is pretty common. Like certain things, like eyebrows and lips, the way that they're filled in, like you have a certain look that you're going after, and the slightest little difference that I may do may look very off to you, and you would need to correct it. So don't ever be afraid if you're ever having your makeup done to ask the makeup artist to, do you mind if I do my own lip or do my own brow? So I'm bringing this in across my jawline just to soften it up, and here, down on my neck. And what this will do is just kind of bring everything, just kind of contour everything, even your neck, right? Both of these Westman Atelier blushes, I'm loving them. They're a cream brush, they're a cream blush, and creams look very, very good if you have dry skin. I don't know if she has dry skin or not, but I do. And I don't like anything else that's going to make it look too dry. So I'm going to go in with this color Mimi. So see, it's a very like neutral, like not too dark blush. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to go up in here. And I'm going to go over here and do it. And then I'm going to take this brush here and I'm just going to dab that out, just to kind of highlight my cheekbones a little bit. Now that is way too neutral, and for her, like I think that she probably uses a couple different things because she does go over with more of a pinkier tone blush. And I'm gonna go next and I'm gonna take this one here, and this is the color Petal. And you can see that's a little bit pinkier. And I'm gonna take the brush this time instead and just kind of go over my cheeks and bring it up here. Next I'm gonna grab is a concealer. Now I did read somewhere that she matches her concealer to her cheeks, whatever, not when she has makeup on, but when she's free of any makeup, she matches her concealer to her cheeks, which is, you know, that's probably close to what your under eye, same color as your under eye. So I'm going to take this one, the Serum Concealer from Lancome. I love this because it's very hydrating. I have very dry skin and I don't like to put anything that's too matte on my skin, especially under my eyes. And I'm going to go in and a concealer brush. I think I got this. This is a Morphe one. You can see it's rounded. And I'm just going to go in and dab that out underneath there. And I think the thing that's really going to change this entire look is the lash and the lip. Wait till you see how much it looks differently. And the hair, right? So, the lash, okay? I'm going to use these 421s. And then what you can do is you can measure this lash to see if it... Bring you in a little closer. You can measure the lash to see if you need to trim it or not. And I do need to trim it ever so slightly so that it sits on there. Doesn't hang off the edges. You don't want it hanging off the edges. And what I do is I count how many little clumps on the lashes. And what I do is I count across how many I cut off, so I do the same amount on the other side. So comment below. Let me know if you're enjoying these recreations of all these different celebrity makeup looks. And if you have a specific one you want to see next, let me know. I'd be happy to do it. I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting how certain people, like, don't, just because they don't like the person, they don't want to have anything to do with the makeup look. So I've been finding that out. But whatever, you know. I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm doing it for, you know, if anybody wants to recreate and make a different look. All right, so let's go in. Now I cut the lashes, right? And I'm going to go in and you're just going to take it and you're going to stick it, right? You put that glue on there and you're going to go right underneath, use a mirror, and just lay it on there like that. You can take your tweezer and you can go in and you can squeeze your top lash. Do this definitely in a mirror, a magnifying mirror, so you can see what you're doing. You can take your finger and you can just push it together. You want to make sure like they're squeezed together, right? So you can kind of take your finger and push together like this to make sure that they're on there, so you don't find yourself like just hanging, you know what I'm saying? Because there can be a gap between your lash and this, and you just want to take your fingers and squeeze ever so gently across, right across the lash line. You're not going to ruin the makeup. You're not going to, you know, you're not going to ruin the lash. You're not going to pull the lash off. You're just going to kind of make sure that that looks like your lash. And I think that's why she uses lashes and mascara, because she doesn't like a lot of eyeshadow, but she does like a lash and a liner on there to make it open up. All right, so I'm going to take the other one, and hopefully I wasn't talking too much. And we're going to go in and we're just going to go, excuse me, because I do have to look and see what I'm doing, right underneath there. And it does just grab it, guys. It literally just grabs it. And then take your fingers and squeeze. And squeeze them together. All right, I'm going to now do the lip. And what she does, you can already see how this really looks like her eye almost, right? Like if you like her eye from this particular picture, right? All right, next I'm gonna take and do my lip. And it looks like from the picture that she goes and she overlines her lip to make it look fuller. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to first, I'm gonna put this lip plumper on from City Lips because I don't have any lips. And I'm going to try to make them look fuller. So I'm going to use this, and this does actually work. And I'm going to take this lip liner. This is from MAC, and this is called Ruby Woo, and this is a red lip liner. And this lip liner has been for as long as I've been doing makeup at MAC, and it is a red lip that looks good on everybody. Is Ruby Woo. It really does. It has like a blue undertone to it, so it really does look good on everybody. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to start from down here and go up, and I'm going to overline my lip. So in the Cupid's bow, she goes up a little bit higher, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't want to make it look too curved looking. I'm trying to make it come up straight as possible. Red lip by Westman & Atelier that I just got, and this is in the color Dash. And this feels great on the lip. I wore it for, when did I wear it? I think for Thanksgiving, and it was very comfortable to wear, and it didn't feather into my fine lines. And I don't know, like it felt good the entire day. Sometimes red lip can look patchy after a couple of hours, so you have to be careful with it. Did very well, I have to say. And if you ever do get too heavy-handed with blush, don't worry too much, because it does fade like super fast within like an hour or so. You'll be like, didn't I just put too much blush on? Now it's gone. All right, let me do my hair and I'll be right back and we can go over the final look. Okay, so I have the lashes on. The bond I put on, I just made sure that that was dry. It only usually takes a few minutes. Now I'm going to go in and I am going to use the seal part, which is the other end here, okay? And then simply what you do is you can see that they're on there, right? And I think the key though with these lashes is when you put the bond on, you put the lash on, you just make sure you squeeze the lash together with your lashes, just so you can kind of marry them together. You're not going to hurt anything and you're not going to ruin the lashes, but it'll just make sure that they're together. And I'm going to take the seal and I'm going to go in and I'm going to go right underneath there. Okay, so for my hair, I pulled it up in the back. It's just up in a clip in the back. And then I just took this curling iron by Hot Tools, right? It's a tapered curling iron. And I just curled my hair in both directions, okay? And then I just have it pulled up in the back. Now, this is a look I would wear definitely if I was going to like a Christmas party or going out for the evening, I don't know, New Year's Eve, something like that. I would wear this look for sure because it's a little bit dressier, right? It's a little bit more festive. Now to finish it off are the the mascara that she likes to use. And I'm almost certain she uses L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. I'm going to use, the only one I have is in my kit and I don't want to use that one because I don't want to contaminate it, but I do love that mascara. I'm going to use this Jones Road one here today, but you use whatever mascara you have. And like I said, she does the top and bottom lash. And again, like she said, she always goes and does her bottom lashes too. I mainly don't like mascara on the bottom lashes because it just ends up all underneath here and it's just like speckles, right? Since one less thing you don't have to worry about. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you gained any value from this video and you plan on recreating this look, please let me know in the comments below. Hit that notification bell and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget, I'm going to be doing that drawing on December 23rd. It's the holiday giveaway. I'll leave it linked to the end of this video. And you can enter to win Pro Laser with the creams as well as a Jolie shower head I'm giving away, a box of wine or a bag of wine or a container, I don't know, it's a container of wine, and 2 pieces of jewelry.